Hi, it's me again with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks. And somebody sent me this artwork and he calls it double lines. It doesn't really have double lines, it's just individual lines. And for each petal, as you can see, if you fill in with a smart fill, it's just a petal. And then there's another petal on the other side. So it's going to take a couple of videos to do this and a couple of suggestions. And I'm not saying I'm all that, but I would take the smart fill tool and fill this in and move it out of the way. There's no way to cut this out if you left click, right click, because these lines are going to burn away. This leaf is only less than a 3/4 inch wide by less than a 1/2 inch wide. This is going to burn away. So what I would do, if you have this X7 or above, use a smoothing tool and smooth out that part first. Take a 3-point line, 3-point curve line. Let me zoom in here a little bit. And this is going to take a couple of videos, so I'm going to kind of take my time on just this leaf right now. And I'm going to smart fill this in and move it out of the way. And what that did, that sealed up my line. I got left click, right click. And then I'm going to take this line and I am going to fill this in. Whoop, must have a leak or I missed. No, I've got a leak somewhere. And I think I see it right there. So take this shape tool and bring it down there. Now it shouldn't leak. Fill in just the veins. Nudge them over. Now I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete this. This is going to be my inlay. I'm going to nudge it over twice. And then I'm going to left click, right click. There's my cutout for my inlay piece. And this piece here might even be a little bit suspicious as far as burning, being it's so little. Now what I would do is take our new fill and put it right on top. So let's just kind of understand what we're doing here. Let's say we have a piece of wood and it's this color. Let's do this. Use a smart fill tool and a piece of wood color and fill this in. That's our wood. This is going to be our inlay of a different species of wood. Let's make it that. And then you could engrave, because once this is all cut out, you could put it back in the laser and laser or engrave that vein of the leaf. I hope that makes sense. So what you're going to do then, you're going to take this piece out and this piece out and over, and you're going to cut this out of your sheet of wood. And then you're going to have another sheet of wood that you're going to cut your inlay fill in, and you're going to cut this out. Well, you're actually going to cut this out. You're going to cut that out of a piece of another kind of wood that's darker. And then this piece is going to fit into that piece right there equally. Tell you what, let's just do that. Let's just make it yellow for right now. That piece is going to fit in there. So if you cut this out of a yellow piece of wood, it's going to fit right into there. Now, I don't know if his plan is to cut it all the way through, but if you don't, you can take and fill in these spots with black, and you could engrave that spot away. He said something about veneer. Veneer is just thin wood. So let's say this is a 1/4 inch thick, and you engrave an eighth of it, an eighth of an inch down. And so now it's a hole, which would be like, well, no, it's going to be an engraved well. And then this is 1/8 inch, is going to go right on top of it. I thought we had it yellow. That's going to fit right inside that black hole. I don't know what I did to that. I hope this makes sense. So this yellow piece, I did have it there. I'm going to fill that in with black. So this is an engraved well. It's an 1/8 inch thick. And it doesn't have to be exactly, because this could be an 1/8 inch thick, and it's going to fill up that hole. There it is. I just need to go order in back of page or front of page. There we go. So that's going to fit in there. And then after you're done with everything, you can bring this vein in, because it makes it always kind of difficult. And that's what it's going to look like. That would look real good, because this is going to be engraved. This is going to be one species of wood. This will be another species of wood. And I found that when you engrave the well versus cut it all out, it's going to fit tighter. So if you just engrave this well, you know, an 1/8 inch down, which is quite a bit, it's a couple of passes, and then put that yellow in there, and then bring your vein back in to engrave it once it's all put down in there and glued in, and you can put it back. Depending on, your wood has to be almost, well, your wood has to be square, so it'd be the top part of the layer. So this is part one. Stay tuned for part two. We're going to do the rose, the petal part. I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you.